Good job, guys. That was a show.
Mike said that it was a good show. And Mike is like, oh, I hate this. This is terrible. I quit. I figured Lisa doesn't know the difference, so it's fine.
Not yet. Not yet.
Mike, that lunch minute was so good.
That was amazing.
Oh my God, so much energy.
Oh, thank you.
It was great. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry,
Thank
Sarah,
you.
that like you had to go after that. Of,
No.
like, Mike's all like, I have all the stuff, and Sarah's like, radio stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
Which is it's cool though. Like I don't want to like.
It's okay.
Okay, that was awesome. That was super awesome.
My size 11
Yeah, that worked out really well.
filled in.
Are you really a size 11? No, you're
Yes.
not. Quite literally big
Hey,
shoes.
you
I had
can.
no
You can
idea.
share shoes.
Shut
Whereas
up.
I have like
believe it.
tiny size 5 feet.
I believe it.
You know,
Yeah, right? Oh, so good.
I also believe that.
Even next to Sarah, I do still use the step because I'm still so short that I use the step next to all of our hosts.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I didn't ask for
would
this.
you use the step if it was like me and
No,
you and
if it
maybe
was-
like Jay?
No, I
water?
probably wouldn't. We'd give you
I
steps.
just
though.
adjust my camera height depending on
Yeah.
whose ego's at stake.
Look at how comfy you are in here.
Oh.
Also, this was our first show with our proper new green room, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah, you guys. If you that's stuff making a Discord, I imagine. The green room pictures.
This is amazing.
No, everyone's shaking their head. No. All right, I assume
thought
that
they
that's
were.
going to happen at some point. I don't know, Mike. You're special, so you get to see all the
I'm
things.
pretty sure they were. I'm pretty sure they were in the
Look at
escape
all this
velocity channel.
space for
Unless there is a
activities.
special
Take
room.
the camera, but then
Yeah, I would take a camera too, but
I think Ben was taking photos while I was in there. So
oh, while you were in there.
yeah.
Oh man. I want to apologize a little bit to anybody who was a little confused when they first came in and then we were in the middle of the interview, and I noticed there were some people in the chat room who were like, what?
Candy.
We didn't start early. We just it was one of the things that we were trying out. So Peter Beck had to hop on a plane, so it was an act of necessity, first of all. But then secondly, maybe you're not into news. Maybe you already follow all the news, and maybe the news segment for you is not that interesting because it's already stuff you already know. Between Facebook and Twitter and HipChat and like all the millions of ways that we're all interconnected all of the time, maybe you already have got all that stuff down, and that's great. And please do, and because there's a lot of information out there. But then we figured we would put that up front, and then that way you could have that piece that you don't normally get a hold of all the time, particularly being able to ask all of your questions of one CEO
Yes.
of that cool rocket company thing. So there's that. But then the nice thing is we didn't want to take out news at all the way because maybe you don't have time. Maybe you aren't as interconnected. Maybe you only space friends are tomorrow, and that's okay too. We wanted to make sure that you still got an up and up on the things that were happening right now. So there's that. So that was kind of the feel for the format change there. You know what? Actually, Neb Hitims, I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly, from YouTube says, any visible progress from India? Never seen any news items from news sites as usually frequent. Yes, I don't know. Mike, have you heard anything about what's going on in India lately?
Well, yeah. Last month they had a pad abort test of their crew capsule that they're developing, and there's actually been a few things. This is kind of more on the boring side, but a lot of the arguments between the different people within India who decide what funding goes to where towards what programs have kind of been, arguing whether or not they should officially have a human spaceflight program. And just due to the response that's happened from their pad abort tests, it looks like they're going to allocate some serious money. There hasn't been any announcements or anything like that, but just, people who previously were like, no, we're not going to do human spaceflight. We just got to focus on, delivering these satellites, and this is a waste of our time and money, are changing their tune. So there's that whole thing. And PSLV Mark III is going to be making its second flight this year, a operational mission, fully operational upper stage, and actually delivering a real payload into space, not just a test payload. So looking forward to that. I think that's still scheduled for September, possibly October. I'm not sure.
Nice.
Let's see here. I can get into my
Very cool.
I'm not even sure if that's on Lunch Library. Anyway, yeah, things are happening in India. I'm really happy. And
Yeah.
if you want to get a little a review, I guess, of that pad abort test, I did make a video about it that I posted on my channel.
Perfect. Nice.
When is that ISRO flight happening?
Sorry, I wasn't in the chat room for a while. It's hard for me to be in the chat room during news as well as comments because then I'm reading too many different things, and I'm very Ron Burgundy when it comes to that. So I'll try to say something that I think I want to say, and then I'll read it because I'm actually just reading the words that are on the screen. Yeah. Osmos01 from YouTube says, I don't know any ESA astronauts from Nordic countries. Do you guys have any? Specifically ESA astronauts from Nordic countries? I personally am not aware, but it's actually really difficult. This is going to sound terrible. It's really difficult to keep track of all of the astronauts around the world. Like,
when they say Nordic, do they just mean Scandinavia? Because there's a German astronaut up there right now.
Oh,
That's
good
technically
call.
Nordic.
Yeah, Alexander Gerst, right?
Yeah. Good call on that. There's also a really great app. I think it's called How Many People Are in Space.
I have it.
It's a great app.
There's an app for that.
There
People
is
in
an app for
space.
that. Yeah, people in space. Awesome.
Bing.
The answer is 6.
6.
Right now.
Wow.
And then you can also, if I remember correctly, you can swipe over and figure out who they are. So there's
Yes.
Andrew Fustel.
Tells
there's-
you how long they've been there as
Yep,
well.
Richard Arnold. Oleg Artemyev.
Artemyev.
Thank you.
Artemyev.
Oh man, see, I got myself into this all by myself. Serena Onion Chancellor.
Onion Chancellor.
Nice. Alexander Gerst and Sergei Prokofiev.
Prokofiev? Oh, Prokofiev.
Yeah. So we have 59 days on most of them, and the 136 on Andrew, Richard, and Oleg are 136 days. Serena, Alexander, and Sergei are 59 days. And then they also get like their social feed. So if they have uploaded any pictures to YouTube or Facebook or anything, that's all in the same app. Wow, look at that. That is just gorgeous.
What the?
That doesn't even look like Earth. It's so amazing right there. Yeah.
Although that looks very troubling.
It's probably California. It's fine. Look how beautiful that is, the red one.
Wow.
Right? Gorgeous.
Where was that from?
Thank you.
Madagascar.
Kay McCoy, wikipedia.org/wiki/European Astronaut Corps.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's extremely helpful.
Nice.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Donna, you have green room photos? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, so this is what we used to call the Opera House, and the reason we called it the Opera House is because some of us who work on TMRO are Disney nerds, and
That's like all of us, basically.
I know, but some people don't like Disney, so I was just trying to give it like an out to some other people on
Well,
the show.
they don't work here.
This is true. They don't work here. The Opera House, Donna will correct me if I'm wrong, star, was that when Disneyland was being built, a lot of the construction was being done in the area that is now known as the Opera House, ?
When Disneyland was built, the first building to be constructed was what is now Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, or the Opera House. So all of the filigree, the details, the cabinets, even the chicken in the sea pirate ship that used to be over by where Dumbo is now was all made in the Opera House.
Nice. Very, very cool. So, as you can see from all of the wonderful things that are in this room, or had been in this room, I should say, this is where the set was built. And I say where the set was built is to say that Dutta built this.
I don't think that's color corrected either. That's the actual color it was because of all the MDF in there.
Well, it's twofold. So first of all, the walls had been a lovely shade of 1980s beige, and then they were covered in 1980s MDF. So yes, it's
and lit by 1980s fluorescent light bulbs.
I think those are actually 1960s fluorescents, but yes, yeah, absolutely. So there was a lot of crap in this room. It definitely was a catch-all, as well as being our main construction room. Then this is, oh yeah, all right, good. So you can kind of see there's one wall, it's difficult to tell, but one wall is kind of mostly gray, and then you can kind of still see some of the beige. You can also tell that we took out all of the ceiling tiles and replaced them with more soundproofy kind of ceiling tile things. And we also replaced those terrible, again, 1960s fluorescent lights with a nice, I think these are LED lights? Somebody's gonna correct me, I'm sure. Yes, Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
actually think
Appreciate that.
fluorescents aren't a thing in California anymore, if I remember right.
Oh, well,
right?
they are in this building, I can tell you that much.
Oh, well then.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so
they
these
try
are like
to.
natural LED lights at a particular temperature. They're quite beautiful, actually. And then there you go. Now everything is painted beautifully. The lights are
Wow.
replaced.
Wow.
And we probably still have paint on the carpet. Oh, and there we go. Now we've got the ceiling tiles in, and it's very soundproofy. It was funny. It was one of those things where you would clap, and then you would hear yourself clap 3 seconds later. But now with the soundproofing in there, it's much better. Oh, look how cute that is. We definitely totally did not go to IKEA and buy them out of all these chairs. Because it is a green room, we had to have some green chairs because we are funny like that. We have some really lovely Ron Guyette. We actually have Ron Guyette posters all over the studio. And I believe all of the posters that are in the green room are all from Mercury. I don't think that was on purpose. It just sort of happened that way, which was kind of cool. And then we have a cute little snack bar in case you need snacks.
Like I'm having some snacks
That's what Jared's
right now.
doing right
I
now.
had some Ghirardelli chocolates.
They're really not for you, but I'm glad you had
well,
some.
Dad, you too late.
Yep,
So.
that's all right. It was Ben's too late too. Oh, and there you are.
Yep, there's me with my snacks and my drink.
And so then the nice thing here, this is focusing on, is we have a couple of monitors on the one wall, so that any of our guests that are hanging out in the green room can see the what we call preview. That's kind of like that one on the far left there. All the different things that are on screen or could be on screen at any given point in time, and then that sort of more middle-y on the right-hand side there is what we call program, and that's what we're actually sending out to the interwebs. And then there is a third screen that you can't see in this shot that shows the ISS above, which is just kind of a cool, fun thing anyway, and it fills up that wall quite lovely. And so there you go. So that's our green room. We probably need some coffee in there, to be honest. Yeah, somebody mentioned coffee. Like, yeah.
What kind of coffee?
Well, to be fair, because we do not have the correct facilities for the thing that I would want, it will probably be a K-cup kind of situation going on. I know. I would love a Larmazogo machine in there, probably a GS7, which is a single. Yeah, I know. Well, because I'm like that. There is a Starbucks nearby, but that's not really the point.
Whoa, that's...
Welcome to your coffee minute. Take it away, Carrie.
Oh, GS3. You're right. It is GS3. I apologize.
That's a bit of a pretty penny
That's
there.
probably why I remembered 7. A Larmazogo GS3 espresso machine. It's a single port.
shnikes.
It has a cool steam wand on the side, so you can touch it. No problem. Just don't touch the end.
And
It's got the hot water button.
Coffee beans and turns them into gold?
Wow.
Yeah, well, when I'm operating it, it sure does. I'll tell you that much. Thank you to Wiki. Yeah, Larmazogo GS3. It's a beautiful, beautiful machine.
That's a bit. Although you get free shipping with it.
Duh.
Cute.
Next Patreon goal. Sure. I mean, I'll put a tip jar out, and then anyone who visits that would be interested in having me make you coffee can go towards that. How's that?
That is 3.5 times my car.
Right. Note that there is not a Larmazogo GS3 currently in. You asked me what kind, man.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that's what it would be.
Because we haven't gotten on the glitter yet. I wanted to do the
Still,
coffee thing
Oh,
first.
I got you. We can do that.
Still waiting on that Soma bar.
We can do right. We are still waiting on the summer bar. We can totally do. We can do glitter the coffee. We can totally do Death Wish. Death Wish actually does have a K cup variation. So if you guys have K cups at home, I don't know if they have a. There's another machine. I think it's like Nescafe or something like that. I don't think Death Wish has that variation yet. But you know, can't hurt to ask.
IKEA makes
How
little
much is
French
it?
presses.
It's
Little French presses. We can totally do that.
Millen Esk is asking, how much is this thing? $7,000.
Yeah, that's
So
that's why it's
USD. So
Not,
it's a bit.
it's a bit. It's really
You
nice.
guys, I am going to sign off here. I am burning up.
Oh yes,
and-
please don't die.
Yeah,
Have fun in Maine. Get down to
Dying. Yeah.
Bahaba, as it were.
You're going to Maine?
Get my
He's
last-
He's
Maine.
in Maine.
You're
currently.
in Maine?
Did you not notice
I
the
am
fantastic
in Maine
background?
right
I saw.
now.
He's not far from Kittery.
Ah,
It'd be great.
That's all right. He's not far from Kittery.
Not far from Kittery.
Oh, my. All right.
Yep.
You could go to Cape Elizabeth and pick strawberries.
Oh, you can. You can go pick strawberries.
Oh my gosh.
We went blueberry
And,
picking just the other day.
If you get any ice
best.
cream, make sure you get the chocolate jimmies, not the rainbow jimmies.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Rainbow Jimmy's are not.
They're different jimmies, and that's not what you want the chocolate ones.
Oh my, what have I done?
Yeah, I know.
Just get the lobster roll. If you eat
mother, the both of you. Oh no.
Right? Right? I love it.
if you eat the seafood, the lobster roll, that's what you got to do.
Again, Mike, really amazing job with the
Yeah,
Lunchman.
that
I look
was
forward
awesome
to
today.
a lot of
Well, thank
those
you.
coming in the future.
Thank you. And thank you to Ben for putting all the media together. He did all the hard work
Hey.
for me, so thank
Yeah,
you.
it's true. Is he
Those were
asleep?
slick edits.
He was awake till about 1:30 this morning. Poor thing, kind of doing that stuff. That's all right. That's what happens. You work the company hours, then you come home and you do your hobby. That's just the way it works around here. All right, so yeah, Mike, thank you, and we'll see you next week. Yeah.
All right, sounds
you,
good.
Mike.
I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Have a good week. Bye.
I love it. Yeah. All right. Anybody else?
hey.
You got things? You got stuff?
Infinity.
Yes.
Oh.
That's
There we
yep.
go.
That's
Joined by.
that's
Yep.
definitely it.
Ben is here.
Ben is here in Dariachi. I spent 3 years on Long Island. I moved from Florida. I lived in Florida for a while, where my name was Carrie Ann. And then we moved to Long Island, and I didn't recognize my name when it was called. And
Carrie Ann.
Carrie Ann.
Carrying.
Yeah, my Brooklyn cousins used to call me Carrion. Where you going with that? Why don't you just ask your dad? Like, it was terrible. So I learned to.
The murder of your father.
Oi.
With the question.
It was terrible. It made me cry. So I picked that up as quickly as I could. And then when we moved to Minnesota, eventually, when about 13 or so, I had to relearn everything else. And Carrie, I still pronounce myself as Carrie Ann, but I would prefer that people actually call me Carrie Ann. But nobody can wrap their name
Carrying.
Carrie Ann. Like cat. Carrie Ann.
Carrie
It's
Ann.
cat. Carrie Ann cat. Like that's the same A to me, as opposed to Carrie Ann, which is like an E.
Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, nobody
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
it. Nobody has done it. It's fine. It's when my parents call me, then it's hey Carrie, how you doing?
Carrie.
Carrie Ann. Yeah. What?
I like can't hear a difference.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just like Stoge then. Where is
Yeah.
she? Stodge
Carrie.
is like the first time
Instead
Stodge introduced herself to us, and she said her name was Lisa Stojanovsky. Her accent, I heard Stojanovsky, and so I was like, oh, Stoge, cool. And so she was like mini Stoge, and she's been Stoge ever since until the mighty Ginge came over, and he was calling her Stodge. Hey, Stodge this and Stodge that, and I was like, what? What is happening? And she still doesn't hear a difference. It's amazing.
Well,
Jared, it's like carrying, except with the apostrophe N at the end, with no G. Carrion.
Carrion.
Like the
that,
meat
right?
in the desert.
Carrion.
Carrion.
Yeah, that's what Carrie Ann's name is.
Carrion.
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 Okay.
Cat.
All right.
Carrion.
Bye, cat.
Bye, cat.
The cat.
It really doesn't matter. Like I've gotten used to Carrie Ann. I pronounce it Carrie Ann when I introduce myself. It's fine. It's just if anyone ever goes, oh, so Carrie, blah 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 blah. I'm like, nope. I straight up I will shorten anybody else's name as much as I can. So Sarah, for instance, if Sarah was to say, oh, so Carrie, I was talking about blah blah blah, I'd be like, so Sarah, what's up? Like I would. As just to try and make my point.
I have been called Sa.
Sa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
no.
one person in my life who ever called me Ka, and who was allowed to do so, and that was my Aunt Jin. She also lived on Long Island.
Nah.
Yeah. It's terrible. I could sit here and talk about accents as long as I could talk about coffee. So
I grew
there's that.
I grew up around people who parked the car. So.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
parked the car. They left the car keys in the khakis.
Yeah, they left the car keys in the khakis.
You hear that difference, right?
Yes, I heard that difference.
All right, making sure.
Don't worry, I got
For heaven's
I got it.
sakes.
So
Oh.
people always tell me that I have like a very heavy California accent, and I'm just like, I don't understand.
I don't think it's so bad.
No.
Lisa, we've been calling Lisa Leaser because she puts an R. It's very New England. She puts an R on the end of words that have A's on them.
Yes,
and then she drops the R on the words that have them.
It's the transition. So if you've got
absolutely.
the transition to the next word that has a beginning vowel sound, you got to put the I in there to make the transition. Otherwise, you have your words.
Yeah.
And no, it just doesn't work.
I know, it's terrible.
So, yeah, that's why we were, almost at war with Cuba and other places.
We're almost at war over Cuba.
Cuba.
Yep.
Is it like when I'm watching Top Gear and like Clarkson starts talking about LA and he's like Los Angeles?
Yes.
Los
And I'm
Angeles.
just like,
all the Priuses
Okay.
that drive around Los
Oh,
Angeles.
I love
with the
Top
little
Gear so
flappy
hard.
pedals.
I still seriously.
Dude, I don't even know what the real name of that is. It's just the
The
flappy
flappy
pedals.
pedals.
Right.
That's all I got now.
Pedal shifters.
Sure,
Yeah.
flappy pedals. That's all I got too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flappy
Like I
pedals.
definitely prefer aluminium over aluminum.
Well, it's
Aluminium
real.
just sounds like way better.
Yeah.
It was just a typo.
I actually like it when it's made out of magnesium.
Oi. That's amazing. That is amazing. Athena, it's funny. Athena does have a little bit of a California accent, and then Athena is from New York.
Yeah, she's not.
She's only been in California like a year.
Her New York comes through all the time too.
It does. It's certain words. I think every accent
Yeah.
has that, though.
I don't feel like she's like Long Island.
No,
I don't feel like
no.
she's Brooklyn.
No.
She's
no.
more like, I feel like, more northern.
Yeah. Woodstock.
Yeah, like not of
Ithaca.
the Manhattan-y.
She's more Ithaca.
She's from the Catskills. She's one of the skills.
Y'all, yes or no? I don't mind y'all.
Oh, I say y'all.
I prefer. This is gonna sound dumb. I prefer y'all with a Southern accent. When somebody's just speaking to me like this and then for some reason y'all, it was like I can't do that.
Yeah.
All y'all seems to be better to me if it's gonna be a more Midwestern-y
Y'all.
sort of flat accent.
Yeah.
All y'all is okay. If you have a little bit of a Southern lilt to it, and then you say y'all, then it seems to be fine with me. I'm okay with that. Just sort of in general.
I use y'all all the time because it's one of my favorite ways to address a room in as neutral a way as
It is
possible.
very
it's my
gender
second
neutral,
favorite way to
which
do
is
it.
nice.
My favorite one though is foolish mortals.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's my favorite thing to say.
I y'all with a Spanish accent.
I can get down with that too. Kate McCoy is asking Ufta, yes or no? Ufta. So I grew up mostly on the East Coast, and so I was indoctrinated to
what is Ufta?
oy vey.
Oh, yeah, I do the oi.
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 Oy vey. Oi. Like and oy vey and Ufta are basically the same kinds of
Where
things.
is Ufta from?
Ufta is very, very Minnesotan. It's
gotcha.
this sort of like Ufta. And then you go, Ufta. There's a lot of but that's what I'm saying. Like oy vey is kind of the same way. It's this like sort of fuck, but like general. Like there's like
I feel like oy vey is usually applied to other people. Like, oy vey.
oy vey.
Like, right? You gotta have the eye roll.
Yeah. Ufta.
Oi.
Ufta is that same kind of
Okay.
thing, but Ufta is very distinctly different from there, oops. This
Whoopsie
kind of
daisies.
this Minnesotan sort of sometimes OOP or OUP when it's spelled out. This like sorry there, excuse me, so,
Don't
just
you
gonna get
know?
I'm sorry, yeah, there's that sort of thing going on. Oh yeah, don't you know? Oh yeah, don't you know? Oh yeah, oh don't you know? Oh, did you know?
Did you?
Oh no.
Did you?
Oh no. Don't you know? OPE, yeah, there's that.
It's a little of the British Isles going on.
Aye, you're speaking a lot when you get in here, aren't you?
Just the Larney Stone with that mouth.
Don't get me in. Sarah started today. You do that, you're not going to be able to figure out what's going on.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh jeez. No, you didn't there, did ya? Oh jeez. Oh Jiminy Crickets. Yeah. Oy vey. Oy gewalt. Oy vey. Yeah.
We are wicked off the rails here.
Yeah, we is. That's all right.
I just say whoops.
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 Yeah.
Oops.
They say whoop, but my mom's from Missouri. So
Missouri.
maybe I got a little.
Is this like also
Missouri.
the like what do you call soda when you order it kind of discussion? Like do you
I mean,
call
yeah, I
it
suppose.
do you call it Coke? Do you call it soda?
Yeah.
What's the other ones?
Pop?
Pop.
Tonic. New England is tonic.
Tonic.
Tonic. What the hell?
The weirdest one.
I know. So it goes like tonic water.
It's like not even the same thing.
It's the Q on the like bar tap.
Yeah.
So it's how you get your quinine, right? It's cure from malaria.
Totes.
Whatever works, I guess. So
People are saying pop. Yeah.
tonic.
Soda,
Just
Coke.
I've never heard it ever called tonic before.
It's even dying out in New England.
Good.
Because it's the whole like Boston accent is kind of dying out. There's like
I feel
the
like
younger
a lot of the
generations don't
accents
really have
are,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's this whole globalization.
Yeah.
We're just becoming sort of neutral American. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Soda pop.
Soda pop.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I always said that Minnesota was Canada Light. Yeah. It's called Dr. Pepper. It's because you drink Dr. Pepper. You don't ever go into someplace and go, Dr. Pepper, and then they say, sure, what kind? And you're like, orange. Like, that's not a thing. But, like, when you order Coke in the South, and you say Coke, they go, what kind? You can say orange, or you can say Pepsi, or you can say Mountain Dew, and then that's what they'll bring you.
That
It's
makes
just
no
like saying
sense.
soda. It's the same kind of thing. What really freaked people out, because you kind of got a funny look on your face when I like slipped in and out of accents. I was on a trip with a bunch of my friends from Minnesota, and we stopped in like Tennessee or something like that. And I was totally fine, and I had a little bit of a Minnesotan accent when I was talking to them. And I don't know what I'm gonna order. Like, the eggs sound good. Oh, I really like eggs Benedict. And then the woman comes over to ask us if we needed anything, and she's like, "All right, y'all ready to order?" And I was like, "Yes, please. I would like to have the eggs Benedict." I slipped directly into it. I didn't even know I had done it, and they all like turned to me like as if I'd been possessed.
She's not with us.
And then I realized, God, I can't drop the accent now because then this woman's gonna think like I was doing it on purpose to make fun of her. Like that's not an option.
There'll be something special in your food.
Right.
You're gonna get waiting on.
That happened to me once up at
Not
Griffith,
okay.
actually,
What?
where somebody came up to me in a very thick Scottish accent, and I accidentally replied to them in a Scottish accent. And then halfway through it, I realized it and stopped and went into it. I just went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry that I just did that." And he was like, "No, that was pretty good." And I was like, "Thanks." So.
Amazing.
So yeah, just some of the fun things that happen up at Griffith every once in a while.
I think when
Besides people walking up to me and being like, "Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak Italian? Do you speak French? Do you speak German?" You know.
That's amazing.
I think I've been asked if I speak just about every language under the
man.
sun up there. But that's the cool thing about working up
that
there to
is
me.
cool.
It shows that space really is universal.
I'm actually
So
feeling insulted. Nobody even thinks to ask me if I speak anything. They're just, like white chick. All you know is English.
Yeah.
You're not
White
wrong.
girls.
It's the
So,
problem of blonde. Yeah.
right, English and bad English.
Zap Fan off of YouTube is actually asking because normally what we would be doing right about now is setting up for the Tomorrow Science show. We don't have that this week. That got delayed a wee bit. We had a scheduling issue. So that will be on August 18th here in the States. Somebody said the 17th. I guess the only other thing it would be the 19th, maybe? Question mark in other places. I'm not really sure.
18th.
It's the 18th here in the States.
Yeah.
what?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
2 weeks, right?
Those are things I said. I said all of those things. Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else?
What's up?
I don't
What
know.
are we doing?
Things, stuff. Oh yeah. Does anyone ask you if you're the guy from JPL?
Oh no. No, not at all.
No?
No, we're. No, we're like not.
I know you're nothing alike. Bobek is like a little bit taller than I am, and I'm 5'4".
He's like.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Okay,
So I
yeah.
can stand up. You know,
You can.
right here. There we go. What? What?
Oh, I'm pug locked on that. That's terrible.
What's so funny?
Oh my God, that is amazing. Well, because Lisa came by and she stood right next to me and she was perfectly in
Yeah,
shot.
she was in frame. So Stand.
Yeah.
Just stand.
Oh.
Just
Stand
stand
right there.
right there. That's it.
Wait, let me stand on my tippy toes.
Oh gosh.
Literally, I don't think I've ever cried so much or laughed so hard that I've cried this much.
Right on your tears. That's amazing.
Oh my God. I know it's only downhill from here. We might as well just say goodbye.
Yeah, I think
Thanks
that's.
for watching.
I don't think it gets any better than that.
See you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.